I think something that we didn't mention was alignment.
Alignment, yeah. I know, I think I just alluded to it earlier on, right? In terms of the direction that you would have your rabbitry. Now remember, we keep talking about airflow. So airflow is important. But what is also important is protection from the elements. So you want to strike a balance between the both, right? In terms of how you would align your rabbitry. Northwest, north-south, sorry, or east or west, according to the direction of the winds in your area, right?
Now, as far as is practical in your situation, if you're setting up a rabbitry and it's rectangular in shape, you should align it east-west, because the sun sets in the west, so you'll have a longer period of day when the sunlight will actually be entering the sides of the rabbitry, and it will be overhead most of the time, right? As well as that's the direction that the wind blows from in most areas, so you will have better airflow of the wind coming directly from the eastern end through your rabbitry and out on the western end. So that's something to consider. It may not always be practical, but as best as, of course, if you're in a situation where you can't capitalize on the natural flow of the wind, you could always look at putting in a few fans to help circulate the air in your rabbitry, right? A number of people have done that.
Right, guys, so one of the things we also have to talk about is enclosing your rabbitry. That's very important, right? In today's environment, it's a major security issue, right? So one of the things that I do is enclose your rabbitry. So you have to look at what type of material and the level of security you want to put in your rabbitry with concerning the infrastructure in terms of the enclosure, right?
Yeah, because definitely we know nowadays breeder larceny is a concern in most farming areas, right? A lot of people have been practically put out of business, right, through breeder larceny, right? And it's a serious issue that we need to look at in collaboration, of course, with the protective services, but we have to do our part to protect our own stuff, right? So enclosing is definitely a plus, as well as if you can't afford it at the time, we could look at installing some type of surveillance system, right? Put up some cameras so that you at least you have some measure of security if something should happen.
Right, so some of the materials people use to enclose. Now you could be very simple, right? Because remember, the security that we're talking about is really a barrier from the outside elements coming inside your rabbitry, right? So you could use, as we talked about before, you could use RHS material and do a frame and use Sarah netting. People have done that, and that allows also for the airflow and breeze to still pass through the rabbitry, but you have a level of separation between the outside and inside the rabbitry. You could use BRC wire, people have done that. You could use chain link fence. It have a lot of different ways. You could be as creative as you want to be in terms of how you want to secure your rabbitry. These days, apart from the breeder larceny, a lot of people have complained that the neighbor dog and other animals keep getting in the rabbitry and wreaking havoc on their rabbits, right? And remember, this is an investment. Come back again. This is money. This is an investment, right? So you want to protect it as much as possible. So as I said, you could use different methods to protect it, right? You will know what's best for you with the environment that you're in, one, and two, according to your budget. Right? So don't ever forget that enclosing it is important. So again, it's just the information that we give you is for you to make informed decisions, right? You don't necessarily have to go in the direction that we say, but in our experience, these are things that have worked for us. So our mission is really just to disseminate this information to you guys so that you could utilize it, so you could make your own trials, and see what best for you. And as we always say, based on your pocket, based on what your budget is, right? So as we said, this is our series where we're going to be doing back to basics, as we call it. So this first video was really about covering our shelter for the rabbits. Coming up in the other video, Sean, what we discussed, we're going to do next?
I think the next video will be on the decision to buy or build cages.
Right, and that's a big decision, because apart from your everyday costs, right? You know I love to deal with costs. apart from your everyday costs, right, which is the operational side of your rabbitry, which would be a rabbit feed. One of the major investments that you'll make is in cages, right? So you now have to look at what will be the benefit for you, right? Either you have the time where you could buy the wire and build the cages, or if you build ready-made cages. But that's for the next video, right? So again, I want to say thanks to all you guys who always tune into our YouTube channel, who always watch our videos. Again, we want you to like, subscribe, and share. The only way that this could build, that this could grow, is if you like, subscribe, and share.
Especially the like, click that like button, right? We need those likes so YouTube will push our videos a little more. Give us a like if you like this video, okay?
Well, that's it really for today. So let us know in the comments for this video in particular if you appreciate the new format that we have. You know, as we said, all this is the lead up to our podcast. We're going to let you all know exactly when it's going to be out. We have a lot of surprises when we start the podcast. We're going to have special guests. You know, we're going to have our interaction section where we're going to be taking the comments that you self put, and we're going to be reading it out. We're going to be bigging you up. So all our loyal subscribers, our loyal customers, we appreciate you guys. So this is just be another forum for us to show you some love, right? And to make sure that the information that we're giving out is useful. I mean, that's the biggest thing for us. The information must be useful. We ain't just doing this to talk, right? We want to make sure that what we put out there is useful to you guys. So again, Sean McLean,
Sean Austin,
Sean's Rabbitry and Aquaponic produce.
Signing out.
Thanks
See you guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
In the next video. Peace.